welcome to day 8 of the 12 days of yoga with Kat Harmon. I can't believe we're already on day 8. This is so exciting. So today we're working up to Gomukasana, or cow face pose, otherwise known as 8 maids and milking. Yeah. So we're going to begin in child's pose. You may need your blocks, so go ahead and grab those. If child's pose is not a comfortable space for you, please find a comfortable space to start your practice. Bring the big toes together, knees apart. Reach your fingertips to the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Feel the shoulders soften away from the ears. Move towards an ujjayi breath if that's for you today. Find those big full inhales through the nose, long slow exhales out of the nose with that slight constriction at the back of the throat. This very audible breath will keep us present throughout our practice today. And each time we begin to wander or get distracted, we just refocus on that breath, refocus on the intention that we've set for today. On your next inhale, begin to rise up into a neutral tabletop. Stack the shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees, lift, activate through that belly, press the ground away from you. Start to move through some cats and cows, keeping it that length in the spine. Moving with breath, as inhales rock you forward, exhales take you back. We'll start to make our way to our downward facing dog. Tuck those toes, lift the hips up and back. Settling into this dog, notice what's happening along the back side of the legs, what movement you need to take here to kind of soften into this shape. Maybe stillness is better for you today. Slow down, more breath. Inhale, rise high up onto the tippy toes. Look between your hands. Make your way up to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach tall. Mountain hands reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Empty out the breath. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold down, belly button lifts. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Slide your left foot to the back of your mat. So if it doesn't quite get as far back, just take a few more steps. Making sure that that right knee is right on top of the ankle. Pulling the hips nice and square. This is a great spot for our blocks. Back knee is going to start to come down to the ground for a modified runner's lunge. Pull up through the belly, lengthen up through the top. Breathing into this sensation. So from here we're going to begin to twist. Starting to pull our belly button towards our right thigh. Keep squeezing high in our thighs towards one another. And then reach this right hand behind you. Keep dropping right hip down like you're scooping it in. Try not to dump into that left shoulder. Lengthen. And then inhale, sweep that right hand to the sky. Exhale it down to the ground. 2 more rounds. Reverse. Keep squeezing inner thighs towards one another. Lengthening through the low belly. Breathing super big. Top hand comes down. Shift back into your split prep, hands to the earth or your blocks or books or whatever you got. And we're trying to lengthen out the back side of that right leg. Inhale brings you forward into an active runner's lunge. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach tall up. Right hand grabs the left wrist, pull to the right for a side body stretch. Lengthening through the side body. Hips pull forward just a little bit, lifting up to the low belly. Inhale, hands back through center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale brings us back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Switch sides. Let that right foot back. Take your time finding the right alignment in your body when that back knee begins to come down for a moment. So working on all of this, right? Pull in, lift up, lengthen. We'll start to twist from here. Right hand down, left hand reaches back. Squeeze in. Inhale that hand to the sky. Exhale it to the front and back. Reverse. Come back into our runner's lunge. Nope, split prep. Oopsies. Take it back into that split prep. So think about lifting the belly through that transition, finding length in the low back, settling in for a few breaths in this hamstring opener. So no forcing or dumping weight into any space in your body here. Take a little scan. Inhale's going to bring you forward to your active runner's lunge. Exhale, step up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up tall. Bring those hands to heart center. Moving into a little bit of a balancing posture. So if you need to shift towards a wall to help with balance, make sure you move towards that. We're going to find stork. Pulling that right knee up into the chest. Pull in through the center of you. Inhale that right knee to the sky. Another variation is to keep that right foot on the ground just slightly in front of you and play with lifting that foot off the ground. So we're going to start some rotations here. Rotate that leg out to the side and back in towards center. To the side. And towards center. To the side. And towards center. Last one. And towards center. Moving into a crescent lunge. You're going to lift and lightly place that foot to the back of your mat. Pull in through your belly. Squeeze hips in towards one another. Open it up for goddess arms. Squeeze shoulder blades together behind the back. Lift the heart. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, revolve side angle. So right hand is coming down to the earth with a block. Left hand is reaching up high to the sky. Lengthen to the top of the head. Take this top arm for a half bind around the lower back. If you have a full bind, feel free to take it here. Gently release that hold. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain. Bring those hands to heart center, and we'll set up for the other side. So left knee is going to pull up into the chest, or find the variation that's working best for you. And we'll take those little rotations here. Scoop it out. And in. Two more. Going into that crescent lunge. Lift, lightly land that foot to the back of your mat. Goddess arms. Inhale. Revolve side angle. Left hand down to the earth or block. Right hand to the sky. Squeeze those hips to a and lengthen. And then maybe half behind that top hand. So the whole time we're here, I'm still pushing the mat away from me, not dumping into that left shoulder. Gently release that hold. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat, step it up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Coming into a toe squat, so you can always use your blocks if you need to here. Pressing up high into the balls of the feet, squeezing the high and the thighs towards one another. Maybe the hands come to the thighs. Heart center. Keep pulling in through those ribs. And then hands or no hands, we're going to rock back into boat. So think about scooping up through your belly. Squeeze through those inner thighs. Feet can be grounded. Hands can be behind the knees. Legs can be straight, like that. We're going to do a few of those slow-mo boats again, okay? So slowly just start to organically move all this energy in and out, right? Then we'll come back through center and to an easy seated position. So shake that out, let it go, it's over. And we'll start to make our way to our posture of the day. So I'm going to face you for the first part, and then I'll also show you a couple different variations that might help out if we're quite tight today. So taking your right knee, crossing it so that knee is facing towards the center of you, same direction as your belly button. Then you're going to take the left knee and try to stack it on top of your right, and it might look something like this. And that's okay, because you're still getting those stretches, making sure there's no sharp shooting pain, and you're starting to encourage that left hip down and that right hip down at the same time. So if you can, maybe the left knee starts to stack on top of the right. And again, we're not here to force any of this to happen. So find something that's working well for you. You may even be able to sit on a block here to alleviate some of that sensation. Another variation is to straighten out the bottom leg. Okay? So, that being said, let's get into this jam sandwich. Wherever you are, if you're already feeling an extreme sensation, just breathe, right? Nothing above a level 6 on that scale of 1 to 10, but try to find a way to calm down the thoughts, calm down the emotional reaction, and then eventually calm down the physical body. And if you would like to join us in the arm bind variation, you might need a strap. I do apologize, but I'll give you 2 versions so you don't have to use the strap. But right arm is going to reach up and over. Left arm is going to come down and behind, and maybe your fingertips meet at the back and you're able to pull down that top shoulder. If your shoulders are too tight today, right arm's going to go up, left arm's going to come to the top. Hold on to that elbow, push it back a little bit, and then start to pull it down. I'm also using my head to lengthen up. Pull the belly button in, bottom of the ribs in, and then lift the heart. So you're working from this long, strong spine. And if you would like to fold here, again, all these are options. So you stop at the variation that's working best for you. If you would like to fold, we start to send our tailbone back, pick up our belly button, and then begin to lengthen over into the space. We've got about 5 more breaths here. So wherever you are, find that place to land and slow everything down. Inhale, rise. Gently release that bind. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And then we'll make our way to the other side. There's no rush. I'm going to show you upon transition. Wherever your feet are, you're going to bring your hands over towards the top leg, foot. And you're going to start to rotate to the back of your mat, and I'm going to show you my bum. On accident. So you're going to start doing whoopsies and come all the way back around to the other side. So this side might feel completely different than the first. Assess the situation as you start to go into it. Don't autopilot and start to slam your way into a funky situation, right? So find that balance in between the hips. Bottom leg can be straight. Find that length and strength in the spine, and then start to move towards that arm bind variation if it's for you. Left arm up. Ooh, it's a little tight. Right hand down. Maybe up, back. Yeah, maybe. Beginning to fold. So wherever you've landed, let's take 5 more of those deep, full, slow breaths. And when you're ready, inhale brings us up nice and tall. Gently release that bind. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. Maybe massage into those shoulders a little bit. And we'll plant the feet, windshield wiper the knees, side to sides, kind of let go of any funky stuff that came up. We're going to start to make our way onto our back, setting up for a happy baby. So for happy baby, maybe you can grab the outer blades of the feet. If not, maybe the ankles or the shins. You're trying to pull the knees open and down towards the ground with the bottoms of the feet facing the ceiling, flexing towards the ceiling. So once you've found that place to land, soften the shoulders, soften the face, the jaw, and then start to scan down. Like, can you soften through the ribs, the heart? It'll be heavier to the ground. Soften through the belly, or maybe even pull the belly button down real tight for a moment, and then release that. Soften through the hips, hamstrings. Just trying to ease your way into this shape. And slowly starting to bring the feet towards one another. Like a little butterfly. Gentle rocking motion. I feel good on that low back. And begin to bring the knees into the chest. Nice little squeeze here. And then start to fall to the left as the arms open out wide. This isn't the spinal twist you need. Take what you need. Knees begin to move through center, taking any adjustments necessary, and we'll start to head over to the other side. Bringing these knees back to center. Taking any final movement you need to take to complete your practice today. And when you're ready, finding a Shavasana. Taking a few moments to yourself to rest and allow your practice to kind of settle into your body and integrate that intention that you set for today. Guys, it's winding down. You're doing fantastic, whether this is the first video you've done in the whole series or you're all the way through 1 through 8. Congratulate yourself. Find gratitude that you are choosing your self-care as a priority and you're making yourself important. Namaste, friends.